All right, it is Thursday morning, and in the morning I had few calls to the players. I call to the players, and we talk a little bit out of trainings and upcoming training periods and stuff. And now I will head to the training center, and we will have skill trainings today. So throwing and putts. So see you again at the training center. Thursday morning we have got, I would say in 24 hours we have got about 20 centimeters of snow at least. Nice. Excuse me, you look like Lammy. Onkohan nyt keskellä? Thursday training time. Soccer before the more specific warm up. Then we have speed trainings, and then we have throws and putts. Let's get into the training. We aim that we start the field training 11:50. So now we will have technical throws warm up first, and then you build up the intensity to the speeds, and then when you have done those, then we aim that we start the field in 11:50. So 25 minutes time should be enough. 1 margarita, 2 margarita, 3 margarita shot. Padam! Raha.
Every night are we paradise seems so far away. Still I try to buy myself some time to get me to that place. All I want.
Yellow cones approaches, blue cones drives. Always throw, drive, and then approach. Drives, you pick the line. Okay, there is a lot of lines what you can pick, so be creative. Okay, let's go.
Try to buy myself some time to get me to that place. All I want is you. Staying up till we want to. Tell you what, I bet that we could see.
You cannot say you're smooth if you cannot throw this shot. So a mid-range, 60 meters, and hyzer, little flex to the red floorball goal. Aiming at the bench, that's upright. Almost a bullseye.
Okay, I got a couple of questions in Instagram that I had a box there, and people had possibility to do some questions to me. And I got a lot of questions, probably 30, 40 questions like, hey, can you tell me how I fix my blah, 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 this angle. This video is not for it. And if you want to go and learn, go to my website, buy my training programs. That's one thing. There was few really good questions. What do you think is a most important skill as a coach? I think that is really good question, and for me, if I thinking myself, now I'm thinking just coaching. I don't thinking making the training programs, or I don't think how to create the training plans, understanding biomechanics and stuff. I'm thinking now coaching, okay? And for me, the most important part is to understand player and understand what the player needs are. Okay, we can have situation that, okay, player is a little bit fatigued, so then we need to make the decisions, should we push for this or not? Or we can have different scenarios that, example, players throw feels shit, and then we need to decide what to do. Or making some type of decisions which can impact huge on their training or even the season. So I think that to do that, you need to know the person really good. It doesn't happen in 2 months. It doesn't happen probably in 1 year. And I think the players, this is just my view, and I think the players kind of borrow my vision also for themselves. Okay, we are together, kind of in this process. We put heads together. We try to think what is beneficial for like overall, but that's just like short answer, probably like 2 minutes answer, but whatever. Now we continue training.
Every night, every night are we paradise seems so far away. Still I try to buy myself some time to get me to that place.
Okay, second question what I got was how the players off season looks like and what type of methods you use for players development. So October is kind of like holiday season for the players, and we will have tests in October. So we test strength, we test speed, we test the throwing arm, like health and forces, and then we test throwing speeds. I have multiple questionnaires for the players where they need to like value their season and look like did they reach their goals and what are the goals for the next off season and how they felt overall and if they have any wishes for the off season and stuff like that. Okay, so that's for October, but there's few examples. So we have 5 months this indoor training, like the recovery and the athlete health. I think the health is like number one, at least for me. That if the athlete if it's not healthy, then it's hard to train as well. Okay, in November, December, it's a little bit easier month for the throws. We had a lot of throwing technique stuff, and if the players who need that, and then in the field we focus more on approaches and not as high intense throws. Then January we start build a little bit of intensity in throws, like add a little bit more hard drives, and then now February we focus more on speed. So then I limit again a little bit the drives, like the harder drives, and I take off a little bit of the overall load because we try to develop the throwing speed. Of course, technique will be there the whole season a little bit, but the focus just change of what month we are. And then March we're gonna have a lot of sport specific training, so a lot of game related training, and to get the guys ready for the season. So that's kind of how the season looks like. And then we have the guys will do strength training, speed training, like general strength training, general speed training they will do by their own in the gym, or some of the guys go together to the gym, but that's like what I create them, kind of like the individual programs, what the needs are. Alright, coach interview. Young upcoming star, who are you and where you come and why you came here?
Yeah, so I'm Nikolai Hiel. I'm from Austria and I went 1 week to Finland to see what's going on here.
What do you think, like the setup and like the training, and you get to know a little bit of the guys and like the overall kind of like view of the week?
Yeah, it's a great training. You know, at home I just used to throw into my net a lot and putt, and here I realized how specific you can train disc golf, and yeah, it's very professional, and yeah, happy to have been here for this week.
Good. I hope we will see
Yeah.
next year.
I hope.
Okay, Thursday trainings will end now. Today we had also one special guest from Tampere, Finland, Mr. Young Rapper. Tell a little bit of your day, how was it, and what you bring now when you go home?
I woke up, I was feeling very sick, but it got better when I drove here, so now I will drive to ABC, get some lunch and head back to home.
Okay, and what rap song you will listen?
Kosti Show Business.
Good stuff. Good game.
Hotel Sleep.
It's 10 a.m. Friday now. I drove here about 1 hour from Helsinki, and yeah, trainings, disc golf trainings, and a little bit speed training, a little bit skill training. Welcome to follow what we have for you today. Okay, today's training is getting to end soon, and today we had warm-ups, then we did speed training, and then we made decisions from the result from the speeds that we will deload the volume today. We will do easier training day today because the numbers were not there where they have been, example 2 and 3 weeks ago. So example backhand speed 2 weeks ago, now we were behind 2.5% from 2 weeks ago numbers. So we use TechDisc to follow data, and athletes feel matters also. So now we made the decision that today we take easier day. It's combined with the athletes feel and then the result of the data. And one of the most important part for the coach is to read athletes' feedback. And to do that, you need to understand like load management. You need to understand how the human body works, how the training works, how physiology work, and of course you need to know the athlete. I need to know the athlete personally really good to do and make decisions, because there can be huge impact on decisions what we do. And of course we want to be smart, we want to do right decisions, but sometimes we are humans, we can go wrong as well. But we still are learning in many ways. I think one of the most important thing also for coach is to read athletes and feedback what they give you. So today I think we did smart decision, and we will continue here. Now she will get more recovery, and hopefully next week or the recovery helps, and we can see next week again how the feelings are, and then make the new decisions then. So now I drive home. I will spend rest of the day with the kid and family, and tomorrow still we have one trainings. We will have technical training, we will have putting, and we will play indoor soccer or futsal as well. So see you tomorrow at the training center. It's gonna be cold today. Okay, Saturday practice. We will have some futsal or soccer for the warm-up. Then we throw, and then we do some putting. Of course, we will have some activation warm-up also before the throws, but welcome aboard. Hoki aloitus. Yeah. Otto hoitaa! Tää mitä? Okay, today's practice we will have 3 tech disc spots, and here upper body drill. Here is simulator. Okay, so you throw and then you value how good the throw was. Here we have putting spots, and then the last net is the weight shift. So then you can choose some of the drill for the weight shift. new coach's challenge on the right side, and the white basket is free for putting. So this is only for the light intensity and for the upper body. So then you can focus more on the arm mechanics and like the range of motion and stuff. Okay, coach's challenge. Again, last one. Elias Luukkonen, can he do it? Käy kerran niin kuin ajatuksen läpi, miten ne askeleet menee ennen kuin heität. Mitä sä haluat, että siinä tapahtuu? Hyvä. Sitten toteutat. Is this guy second winner? Oi, two left. Can he handle the pressure? He cannot handle the pressure. Okay, I get a question. What is optimal trunk coil for speed and accuracy? You need to understand what means force production distance and force production time, or acceleration in time. For speed, you have more potential acceleration, you have more time for produce force. If you can example go, now I'm 90 degrees, and if you can go example 110, 130 degrees, you have more potential force production time. That is answer for speed. For accuracy, we have theory which called freedom degrees of levels, which mean that if we can have less range of motions, so probably it's more easier to handle and we can be more accurate as well. Example, if I want to be as accurate as possible with 100-meter drive, I can do it with standstill and with example 90 degrees of rotation. Okay, I would say I can throw 100 meters standstill with 90 degrees rotation. Okay, we'll see. This says distance 97 meters. Or if you can change the moment in many levels, that will bring you more tools. Okay, the next question I got was, what is optimal volume of speed training? First, we need to know person who is doing the speed training. We can have players who have a lot of experience playing disc golf, but they are novice in speed training. So example, I would say, for example me, I have played 10 years disc golf, but I have no experience of doing speed training a lot. As a coach, I try to see also what volume is good enough to increase the numbers. So we don't try to maximize the volume, because that will increase recovery time and that will increase the injury risk as well. There was a question about the brace, and the question was like, can you open a little bit of a brace, and if there any like what is like good way to think bracing in disc golf. So now we have the example in backhand. So first thing, we need to understand force time curve, and then we need to understand ground reaction forces. So the more you take speed, like to the run up, the more increase happen in ground reaction forces. If you throw standstill, not as much ground reaction forces compared when you throw high run up. So that also changes a little bit of how we should think about brace also. Okay, so let's take example with the run up. We know we have done also some force plate measurements, and then there is one force plate studies done also. An example, Coach Taylor has done some force plate measurements. So we know that in the elite level guys, they can produce really high forces in really short period. So we want to boost that, and people probably don't understand that the force happens in about 50 millisecond time frame. So the eccentric force product matters, and how much like kind of like the stopping or momentum is really important. So now we try to boost that. Okay, so let's take a 2 jump drill, and then you need to focus to create as much speed with the jumps, and when you brace, you focus to have weight scale under your foot and try to create now the weight scale. You know that you need to get as much pressure to the weight scale. It's not like you do like that. That doesn't increase the time. So we have also the time, we want to increase the time and fast, and then with the high forces. Okay, two jumps. All right, trainings will end soon, and coach my week will end soon. Thank you for if you have watched this part 1 and part 2, and I hope you got something idea that what this golf coach do, and we'll see. Now the guys will head to the vacation. We will have winter holiday next week, so the rule is no disc golf, no throwing, and we will get back to the work after holiday. So next week completely for recovery, and then we have final push for the end of the off season. Follow me on Instagram, there I will be more active. YouTube, sometimes lose, always win. Bye bye.